Hi everyone, thanks for checking out this video. Okay, so in this lesson we're going to learn about something in Python called lists. And a list is basically just a collection of things. So the way we define a list is by putting a list of things. I mean, it is what it sounds like, just a list of things inside of two brackets like this. So the things can be any of the data types that we've previously been talking about. So we can have some numbers, for example, and then they're just each thing in the list is separated by a comma. So we can have some like numbers. It could be like decimal numbers too. We can have strings in there too. We could have a string called like test if we want to. We could have even like booleans. So we could have like true in there. We could have another string, and we could have like another number if we want to. And then just like with what we've been doing so far, we can store this list in a variable. So we can call the variable like my list, for example, and use that to store our list. And yeah, it's basically it's what's called a data structure in not just Python, but like general computer programming. Collections of things like this are called like data structures. Maybe I'll make a note of that. List is a type of data structure, and it's also its own data type. Because even though the list is like a collection of things, it is also itself a thing. You know what I mean? So maybe I'll say also like list is a type of data structure and a data type. So yeah, like for example, we can like print out the list, and we can print out the type of our list. Try running this. And yeah, it prints out the list and prints out class list, because the data type of the list itself is a list, even though it includes a bunch of other things of various data types. Okay, yeah, so I mean, it's basically a way of dealing with like a collection of things in Python. And the way that we access specific elements in our list is by indexing. So maybe I'll make a note of this too. So I'll just say like we access elements in the list by indexing. And what I mean by that is if we want to get a hold of a specific element, we put the name of our variable storing the list and then brackets and then the number of the index of the element that we want. But it's a little bit tricky because the indexing actually starts at 0, not 1. So the first element, 7, is actually going to be index 0. So if we print out this should give us our first element, which is 7, for example. Yeah. So index 0 gets us our first element, 7. So maybe I'll make a note of that too, like indexing starts at 0, not 1. That's the case for not all programming languages, but a lot of them. A lot of them start indexing at 0 rather than 1. So it's a little bit of a tricky thing to get used to. But yeah, that's a pretty common thing in a lot of languages. And for example, if we want to get a hold of this test string, that'll be index 0, 1, 2, 3. So just to show you guys another example. Yeah, so just to repeat, it's like when we want to access a specific element, it's just the name of our variable storing the list, and then brackets, and then the index number of the element we want. But remembering that the indexing starts at 0, not at 1. So it's if we want the fourth element, that'll be index number 3. If we want the third element, index number 2. Yeah. Okay. We can also, if we want to, like pull things out of the list and put them in variables. So if we want to pull out, for example, 2.9, we can say x equals my list 0, 1, 2 for the index. And then we can print out x. Okay, and that gets us 2.9. We can also get a hold of slices of the list. So if we want more than just one element, but we don't want the whole list, we can put a start and end index for our list and take like a slice of it. So for example, let's say we want like this slice of the list, 2.9 test and true. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to say my list, and then our starting index. So this will be let's see, 0, 1, 2. Start from index 2, colon, and then we want to put the end index, knowing that the end index will not be included. So we want to go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So basically we want to go up until index 5, but not including index 5. So this is saying go up to index 5, but not including index 5. So this will be up to and including index 4, basically. So yeah, it does not include this end index here. Okay, so this should get us a slice of the list. Yeah, okay. Something else we can do if we want to is we can change elements in the list. So we can say my list index 0 equals -10. And then we can print out the list again, and then we can see at this point the first element will be changed to -10. Yes, this was originally 7 and changed to -10 when we set it here. Okay, and another thing we can do, another useful thing, and there's a lot of things we can do with these lists in Python. They have a lot of like built-in functionality. So this lesson isn't like a comprehensive lesson. I'm just showing you guys a couple of things, but there's actually a lot more you can do with them. So you might want to like review a bit more on your own. I'm just showing you guys a couple examples of some of the most useful things. But yeah, one more cool thing is we can also add elements to the list. So we do that by saying my list dot append, and then we can append, for example, like the number 15, and then print out my list. And then now it should be should also have another element on the end that will be 15. Yeah, so to add something, we say dot append, and then whatever we want to add. And this could have been like a string or something too. We could have added that as well. Yeah. Okay. So that's basically all I have for you guys for this lesson. Again, this is not like a comprehensive lesson at all. There's a lot more you can do with lists in Python. But yeah, just for this lesson, I'm just introducing you guys to lists and showing you guys like a couple different examples of functionality, things you can do with them. Yeah, definitely not a comprehensive video. There's a lot more you can do with them, a lot more built-in functionality and stuff. But yeah, it's just a little introduction video. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys for this lesson. So thanks for watching, and see you next time.